Okay, so we're just going to be bending and straightening, so bending and straightening. Okay, so we're just going to hold it down and we're going to pulse. Just pulse it there. Pulse, pulse, pulse. So just pulse in that little position. So a nice deep stretch in the hip flexor there and in the thigh. Okay, then I just want you to see if you can take your hands off the floor and bring yourself into sort of a yoga warrior one pose, or this position, and then do the same. So up and down if you can, up and down just a little bit, so it's not too much. Just a deep stretch there in the legs. Just holding that position, just up and down, up and down. And if you just bring the hands into prayer position for me, come down, and then we're just going to turn and have a stretch. You can rest the elbow onto the knee, it takes a bit of balance. It's a nice stretch sideways. Lovely. Okay, release that down, pop your hands down, we're going to switch legs. So bringing the other leg in, I'll just put my chair forward a tiny bit. Okay, so we're going to do the same here. So we're going to just bend and straighten the legs. So your hands down on the floor and straighten the legs. Hands down, straighten, just keeping the hands down so we can bend and straighten. So we're going to get a good stretch there and straighten. So bending and straightening. So making sure you're doing the other side. So just keeping going. It's a really good hamstring stretch. Good for all of us that are running around and doing our tennis and things. Really good stretching deeply. And then hold it down there and just a little pulse, a little pulse, little pulse. You get a nice big deep stretch in the hip flexor on the bent front leg. And then just coming up nice and tall. And see if you can bring those arms up into warrior one pose and just do a little pulse, 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 pulse. Just pulsing it there. Okay, bringing the hands down, bring the feet together, and then we're just going to roll ourselves up. So just bring your hands by your feet, roll yourself up nicely. Coming up tall, head up last, round the shoulders, and then we're just going to come onto the mat to do a core section before we do our weight section. Okay, so take yourself down to the mat. Okay, to start with, we're just going to roll back down on the mat. Okay, so we're just going to start with rolling up and rolling down. So just take your legs, if you're happy with your legs long, we're going to roll straight up and down. Do so. If you need your legs bent just to hold the back, please feel free. So nice big breath in here, and then engaging the core, making sure you flatten the back to the floor, pull those hips towards the rib cage and peel yourself off the floor. It's easier, I think, with long legs, but if you prefer them bent, then please do. And then just come forward over the toes and stretch the back out. A big breath in here to make sure that tummy's engaged, and then breathing out, just roll down, implanting each vertebrae onto the mat, imprinting, I should say, arms overhead, reaching overhead. Big breath in here, and then just roll yourselves up again. So lovely strong core there. Coming forward towards the toes and reaching forward over the toes. Big breath in, and then just breathing out, keeping the back rounded, rolling all the way back. Lovely one for the core. Reaching overhead, breath in here, breathing out. Lifting the arms up as you come up for a bit of a challenge. If you want that challenge, lift that chest and come forward and fold towards the feet. Big breath in here, taking the arms up by the ceiling, just let them come forward, back with you, still holding them up rather than overhead, rolling back down and over. Just makes it a tiny bit harder. One more like this. Big breath in, here we go, breathing out, take the arms forward a little bit as you pull up with that core, up, 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 and over you come, reaching forward to the toes. Lovely. This time as you go back, let's just bring the heels in. We're just going to come all the way back. We're going to take ourselves back. We're just going to roll back for a minute. Take the arms overhead, just stretch. Take a big breath in. Bring that back flat on the floor. Let's bring those knees to tabletop. Arms up. We're going to go into doing the hundreds. We want long, straight arms. Point those fingers. Really tense those muscles and beat those legs. If If you want the challenge, you can take the legs long. If you want a little bit of a ballet challenge, let's just twist the legs out and in. I'm going to twist my hands too because I can't do opposite things. So just twisting the legs as you're flapping. Twist the legs, so you're just working the insides of the legs. So if you want to do the legs and you do think it is a bit hard to have them low, bring them up a bit higher. I'm flapping my feet as well here actually. Just out, in, that's easier, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, so hold it there, see if you can take your head down and see if you can lift and lower the legs. So just taking the head down, hands behind head, lower the leg, but pull the back into the floor if you can. If it's too much, don't take the legs down so low, just do this far and up again. So just go as far as your core will let you go. It's quite tough, but I wanted to get a good core element in. Up and down, up and down. So one more, up and down, and then hug your knees in when you're ready. Draw the knees in, arms round, give your knees a hug. Have a little rock from side to side. If you've got any tension in the neck, just rock the head from side to side as well. Okay, in your own time, we're just going to come over onto all fours, onto our hands and knees. Okay, so just to start with then, fairly straightforward, things we've done before. So you can either do it on all fours, or if you want the harder version, you can come into plank position. What we're going to be doing is taking alternate knee in and out. So choose your level. If you're happier on the floor, you're still working the core. It's still working the same parts of the body. It's just your choice, okay? So here's the plank if you want it. Elbow to knee. Elbow to knee. Try and return the bottom down flat, so you're not pushing the bottom up. It's a leg movement there. So try and keep that plank position. Eyes looking forward over the hands if you can. If you can. So just keep going. Knee into elbow, knee into elbow, keeping the hips down, eyes forward, really breathing hard, breathing out and in, out and in, out and in. One more each side, we're nearly there. Just making it a bit tough on the core this morning. And then just walk your knees in if you're on plank position and just hold it there. Excuse me a second. Okay, so on all fours now. So nice straight back here, looking just in front of your hands. So we're going to take one arm and one leg and just turn to the side and lift up. And then we're just going to come back to center with control and just switch and turn and do the other side. And then just back to center. We will be adding on. I just thought we'd start off with these. So just a nice turn, nice straight line, and back to center. Okay, so next one, when we come up like this, let's thread the needle. Take the arm through under the other arm as far as you can. Rest your toe down on the long leg behind there, and then just come out again. So you've just got some balance there. So let's take the arm through, twist as far as you can. You won't get a shoulder down on the mat because we're up with long arms. We're just twisting that back and the shoulder there. Open the chest and breathe. So breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. One more of these and breathing in. Okay, now let's take that arm overhead and do that reach, do that mermaid pose. I want you to lift the waist from underneath, so you're making a nice arch underneath there, and then back to center and then go again. So with the arch, just look forward of the mat, look towards the overhead hand and back to center and again. And back to center. One more. and back to center. So let's bring that down and let's turn and do the other side. I'm just going to pivot round so that I'm not facing the wall the whole time. So, okay, so we're going to take that arm and leg up. We're coming overhead, and then we're just going to thread the needle and come through again. So just make sure you get yourself balanced here to thread that needle and open and thread the needle and open and again and open. One more of these. Breathing out, breathing in. Let's take that arm overhead and do mermaid. Let's lift up the underneath ribs, so we're making a lovely arch there in the body, and then arm back to ceiling in a straight line. Back overhead. Breathing out, so really feel the stretch in the waist and lift the rib cage. So really taking a big lungfuls of air and out again. One more. And out again. And then just bring your hand down. Let's just come back down onto all fours, and let's just do a nice cat stretch. So taking a breath in here, roll the hips forward, turn the head down, breathing out, pull up from the shoulders, pull up the arms, and just breathing in, extend and look forward. Let's just do that again, a nice rounded cat stretch. So really tip the hips towards the ribs, squeeze the lungs empty. Big breath in and look forwards. Pull yourself back over to your heels and have a stretch down here, reaching down. And then nice and slowly, let's bring ourselves up to standing, and this is your opportunity to grab your weights. So to grab your weights, your bean cans, your bottles of waters, whatever you have here, okay, and come up to standing with me. Okay, let's find my weights. Okay, so just take a nice wide stance, and we're just going to be taking the arms out and in, that sort of thing. So just make sure you're comfortable. If it gets too much at any time, you can drop the weights down. We do these sort of weights, these things in class. So a nice wide stance, but think about your posture. So pulling in your tummy, engaging your core. So we're going to be taking the arms out and in and out and in. Keep going for me. Out and in and out and in. That's it. Lovely. Adjusting the camera there. Out and in and out and in. Okay, so we're going to take the arms up. Let's take them up to shoulder height, and let's go up and down. So let's take them up overhead and down. We will be bringing in leg work in a second, and down. So up and down. So think about pulling that tummy in, pull up the pelvic floor. So up and down. So as you breathe out, think about pulling up the pelvic floor. As you breathe in, pull those tummies in. Okay, next one up. Hold the weights up, and then we're going to do tricep dip. I'll just kneel down so you can just see my arms. So we're going back like this. We're keeping the arms by the ears. Okay, so you're just moving from the elbow with your cans or your weights, and we're just going back and forward. So keep those arms still. It's just bending from the elbow. It's the lower arm that's moving up and down. And come back to center and just bring those down. Just give your shoulders a little wiggle. Sorry, I'm just sweating a bit here. Okay, lovely. All right, so then I want you to just take yourself a nice wide stance here. And I just want you to fold over. So you've got your back in tabletop. So engage your core, pull your tummies in so your core's engaged. You're in a nice sort of like flat back position. So from here with the arms, we're going to come out to the side in a similar way. So out to the side and in, out to the side and in. So I'm breathing in and breathing out as I close my chest. So breathing in to open my arms and out to close my chest. In and out. In and out. Couple more. Okay, hold them down here and then bend your knees down and still fold forward. I want you to take them to the floor and up to your chin. To the floor and up to your chin. So So we're in that bent over position, yeah, folded over double. Couple more, and one more. And then I want you to upright the top half of your body, but still keep your legs bent and bring your elbows into waist. So we're going to do what they call a dumb waiter. We're doing that and in. So out and in. So out and in. So really squat back, Richard, as if you're sitting down. Push your bottom back as if you're about to sit in a chair. I can see you. Open your legs wider. You might find it easier. Your feet. Open your feet. Take a wider step. That's the one. That's it. Well done. That's better. You can get a bit steeper there. Lovely. And then back to centre. Let's take them up again and down. So up again and down. We okay holding the squat if your legs are aching? And mine are, but we can go up in a second. See if we can hang in there for a bit longer. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Can we hold them up? Can we go back to the tricep dips and up? Tricep dips and up. Legs are shaking. Up, a couple more. Up, one more. Up and bring yourselves up. Just come to center, wiggle those legs. Ooh, feel that burn. Nice toned thigh muscles at the end of this. Okay, give them a little wiggle, that's it, lovely. Sorry, just gonna wipe the face again. Okay. Okay, so we just do one more sort of little set of those. So let's just take ourselves, let's fold ourselves forward again. So let's have straight legs and we're just going to fold forward one more time, just reaching forward, just taking those weights down, and let's come out to the side and back in, out to the side and in. So straight legs this time, just to give the thighs a tiny bit of a break. So out to the side, really good for working the back muscles and the chest and the shoulders. So we do this type of thing when we're laying on our front in our normal Pilates moves. Okay, so let's see if we can just hold the arms this time. Let's go back behind and forward. So try and keep the elbows again sort of into the body there. So you're just moving that lower arm, still working triceps, still pulling that core. And back behind, back behind, back behind. Okay, and we are going to bend our knees and we're going to bring ourselves upright. Now, rather than dumb waiter, we're going to do a bicep curl. So let's see if we can do bicep curl. And let's come up and down with little pulses. So come up and down, up and down, up. Just a little pulse sort of up and down from the knees there. So you're lifting the bottom up a little bit as we're going up and down, as we're going up and down. Well done. This is tough and a bit different today, isn't it? Couple more. And one more. And then just come back to center, just bring the legs up and let's come down. Oh, I know what we can do. We can come, let's come down and bring the arms forward and open as we come up. So let's go down and up. So let's just bring those arms forward, long straight arms coming together, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and keep going. It's going to really tone those bottoms, so really pull your bottoms in as you come up, everybody, and the pelvic floor up, and those abdominal muscles in. Look how strong you are. Well done, couple more. And one more, give me one more. Lovely. Okay, pop the weights down. You're done with the weights for the time being. Okay, let's just give those a nice wobble there. A nice wristy movement, shoulder movement. I just want to do a nice stretch. So let's just have a little stretch over to the side. Just pull that arm up overhead there. And let's just do the same on the other side. Nice stretch there. Okay, let's bring the hands together behind the back. And can you fold forward and just bring your arms just up as high as you can. So you get a nice stretch there in the shoulders. I'm bending forward, I've got my legs long, looking between my legs. Letting the hands drop towards your head. And then just take a nice breath in, holding the tummy in. Bring yourselves up nice and slowly. Okay, we're going to use the chair now and just do some more leg work. Pilates moves, but using the chair. Take a drink as well. Let's bring the chair in so we can see the chair. See me? Drink there. Okay, so to start with, we're going to start with our feet in ballet first position, and we're going to rise up and down onto our tiptoes. Okay, so just so your heels are together. So just have the chair as somewhere to sort of as a focal point. Okay, so you've got something just to guide you with your balance there. Heels together, feet 10 to 2 position. Okay, and we're just going to touch it there for a bit of balance really. And you're just going to rise up on your tiptoes and down again. So I want your heels together, so the heels kind of stay together. So we're working the sort of sides of the hips there and the legs. You may or may not need the chair, see how you get on. But we're just going up and down just to start with. Still working the calves. Okay, a couple more. Okay, next one, up on your tiptoes. I want you to bend your knees down. So staying up on your tiptoes, we're squatting down, sort of plie down. So nice straight back as you come up. Think about pulling the tummy in as you come up. So still a bit of a killer on the thighs there. So up, squeeze the bottom as well. Okay, next one down. Guess what? We're going to pulse. Hold it here, pulse, pulse. Hold it down, pulse, pulse, pulse. And again, keep going, keep going. Right, come up. And then let's go down for half. And then go down again and come up for half and up again. So down for 1, down for 2, up for 1, up for 2, down for 1, down for 2, up for 1, up for 2. A couple more, down for half and again, up for half and again. So down, down, up, up. One more, down, down. Thinking tall, really think about pulling everything in. Put your heels down, give your legs a little wiggle. Well done, everybody. Okay, so from here, let's take a wider stance, and we're going to do the same sort of thing. So just still plieing out to the side, so wider stance. I'll turn around so you can see me. So nice and wide. So we're going to go down and up. So heels down for the moment. Down and up, and down and up, and down and up. Now let's come on to our tiptoes. Down and as you come up, place the heels down. So coming up onto your tiptoes and then heels down. Tiptoes, heels down. Tiptoes, heels down. Tiptoes, heels down. Right, let's just pulse it there. Hold it down on your tiptoes and pulse. Squeeze into that bottom. Okay, and draw yourself up on your tiptoes. And let's just lift and lower one side. Just lift and lower the heel. So just lift and lower there. So just moving slightly up onto the heel and down. So up onto the toes and down. Up onto the toes and down. And let's do the other side. So up and down. So up and just moving that knee a little bit there. And then just up onto the tiptoes and down again. And let's just come up, stay on the tiptoes and down. And really pull everything up as you're coming up. Think about pulling up the tummy, pulling up the legs, pulling up the bottom. A couple more. Last bit of pulse. Let's go down and pulse it there. Pulse it there, pulse it there, pulse it there. I'm on my tiptoes, really pulsing, really trying to have a straight back. Lovely. Bring yourselves up, bring the heels down. Walk the legs in, give them a wiggle. Just get everything going again. Lovely. Now we're going to do sort of one individual leg exercise, one side at a time. Have another drink before we start. Okay. Let's move the mat back a little bit, I think. So I want you to lean onto the chair. So elbows crossed and leaning forward onto the chair. We're going to be doing one leg at a time. Okay, so we're just going to take the one back leg back. I'll take the nearest one to you. Rest your forehead on your hands if you want to. So we're going to lift and lower. So we're just going to lift and lower. So point the toe, really tense the muscles in the legs. So you are working all those muscles and the core. So think about holding the core to the spine. So lifting and lowering. So really straighten the leg. Let's point the knee, lock the knee, point the toe. So just go as high as your sort of straight leg will let you go. Okay, this time when it comes up, let's take it to the side and up, to the side and up. So cross behind the other leg and up. Tell you what, I fancy bringing in a bend in the other knee. So let's bend the other knee as you come down and up. So just bending the other leg and down and up. Just a small bend down and up. Challenge those glutes, really working the bottom. Okay, hold it up. Let's just bend the knee and out. So bend the knee. So come out at an angle, sort of 45 degrees. So kick it out to the side, 22 on the clock. So just bend that knee and push the leg out. Bend that knee and push the leg. Bend the supporting and the long leg. Hold it here. We're going to straighten the leg, flex the foot. We're going to go into leg kick. You can bring your other hand by your head if you like. So you know we do leg kick laying on our side. So let's just flex that foot forward, point the leg back. Flex that foot forward, try and keep the leg up to hip height, point the leg back. Flex it forward, point it back. Flex it forward and point it behind you. A couple more. And point. Okay, hold it there. Let's bend that knee and do some circles. Bend that knee. Oh, I'm going to overbalance. Pop your hand down. Pop your hand down. Make a nice knee circle. Knee circle. We're nearly done on this leg. Okay, bring it forward. Place that foot over that knee. Let's just do that stretch we sometimes do at the end of class. So bend your supporting knee, push your bottom back, hold the chair. You haven't got to use your balance today. Just hold on here and stretch. Okay, come up tall. Just take hold of that foot and just have a little quad stretch. Okay, place that one down. I don't know about you, but my opposite hip's aching there today. Okay, give that a wiggle and we do the other leg. I'm just going to move my chair around so you can still see, okay? So my leg is nearest to you. Okay, so same again then. Arms folded onto the back of the chair if that's comfortable for you. Standing away there from the chair. Just point the toe behind of the other leg and we're just going to lift and lower. So think about pulling the core in as you're doing this. So your tummy's nice and strong. You're not arching the back sort of down like that every time the leg goes up. So try and keep the back straight. And the movement is from the hip. Working the glute and working the leg. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lovely. Okay, next one up. We're going to cross. We're going to cross behind the other foot and up. Cross behind and up. Cross behind and up. Keep your head down. I'm just looking up to check you're okay. Okay, if you want to bend that supporting leg, so you're kind of curtsying down and up, curtsying down and up, and down and up. Okay, couple more. And one more. And up. Okay, so from here we're going to bend and point. So bend and out to 45 degrees. So bend in the top knee and out. Bend and out. Bend and out. Bend and out. In and out. In and out. Lovely, as high as you can. And then let's hold it up. Let's see if we can just bring it round to the side. Flex the foot and point it behind. So leg kick round to the front. And point it behind, round to the front, and point behind, round and behind, round and behind. Okay, so this time let's just bend the knee. So I think we did knee circles, so bending that knee around, bending that knee around. So nice round, big knee, big knee, big knee. Big Lovely. And then just bring that foot forward, place it across the other knee, and just push back into a squat and stretch. Okay, just place both of those knees, feet down then. Just place your hands above the knees. And let's just do a nice rounded cat stretch there and down. So let's just bring that tummy up to the spine and down. So just pull that up. So have a nice stretch in the lower back and down. So as you pull up, really round the back. As you come down, try and pull the shoulders back and push the chest open towards the floor. And just have a look forward. Really good for the tummy, really good for the core. It's like doing a crunch. It's a nice sort of easy way to do a back stretch and work your core. So just rounding those shoulders and straightening, just a few more. And then just bring yourselves up, come all the way up to standing nice and tall. Just have a stretch upwards. Just have a little lean back there and just stretch. Just point those hands to the ceiling. Just bring the arms down, just clasp the hands behind you, have a stretch there behind you for a second. Lovely, okay, so just coming back to our chair, there's a couple more things we can do there with the hips. So just standing on one leg, let's just bring one knee up. I just want you to take that knee out to the side, sorry, come on to hold your head onto your hands here. I want you to twist and just come round, so just want you to open the hips a little bit more. So just twist that knee round, so you're opening the hips and round. And if you want to bring the top arm, you can do, and open and round and open. So let's just open up those hips, open it up, push the leg back and down. So it's also working the abdominal muscles and open. Couple more. And then just come forward. And let's just push that leg back and let's just do one more set with something like this. Let's push those heels to the ceiling. Just working the glutes still. Push, 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 push. Okay, pop that leg down. Let's just take the other one and open the hip on the other side. So lift the knee out to the side and rotate it round and lifting and rotating. So knee out and open, leg out and open, rotate the hip. Bring the arm if you want to and just come round and open, round, open, open, open. Couple more, one more. Come back to centre, bring that foot behind and let's just pulse that heel to the ceiling. Okay, and bring that foot down. Let's just give our legs a little bit of a wiggle there. And just put your feet in 10 to 2 position, ballet first position. And let's just go down and up for the last few leg exercises and up. So down and up and down and up. So really think about pulling everything up. It's really working those thighs today. Really good work. Really pull the tummies in. You're working your core. You've done lots of different exercises here. We have worked the whole body. I think we've used all of our joints. Couple more. One more. Hold it here and pulse. Do you like my pulsing today? Pulse, 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 pulse. Lovely, and come up nice and tall. Super. So let's just take our feet parallel. Let's roll down. I want to do some stretching down below. So take a nice breath in, engage the core, tuck your chin to chest and roll yourself down. Let the arms and the head go down loosely to the bottom there. So enjoy a stretch over here. See if you can just reach those hands forward. Can you bend and straighten the legs? Get a bit more of a deeper stretch into that glute and into those hamstrings. So bend and straighten. I'll just turn so you can see bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Really good deep stretch for the hamstrings. Fantastic for those with really tight hamstrings. Keep going, bend and straighten. Okay, hold it straight there. Let's just take one elbow across to the opposite knee and then open your chest and breathe. So keep those legs straight and parallel. Nice stretch, a deep stretch into the back there. Let's swap sides. Take the other elbow to the knee and the other arm to the ceiling. Open the chest, pull the shoulder back. Come back to center. Just clasp your hands behind your back. Do one more of those arm stretches where the hands come towards the head if you can. Just a stretch into the shoulders and the backs of the legs. Straighten the legs if you can. Okay, release the hands. And as we're halfway down, let's go all the way down and just finish our stretching out on the floor. Okay, so soles of the feet together and just walk your feet bottoms near to your feet there. So you can get a nice stretch there. Open the knees there, lean into your knees and stretch. Okay, so take the legs long. Let's just take one leg across the other leg and just give it a nice hug there and just turn to the other side. So make sure both sit bones are sitting on the floor there and look behind you. So hugging the knee with the opposite arm. Sit up tall, really straighten your back and look behind you and twist. Push into the twist today. Let's really stretch into it. So you should feel it down the back and into your side and in your glute. Okay, unhug your knee and can you take hold of that leg and straighten that leg and just have a little stretch here. So just try and pull into the stretch so you're feeling it down the back of the leg there. Point the toe if you can. Just keep the chest up. Lovely, then place that leg down and let's do the other side. So for me it's my right knee. I'm going to turn and hug it with my left arm and look behind. Have a nice stretch behind. Really push into the stretch. Okay, release that knee, take hold of this leg and see if you can just straighten it. See if you can, just try and straighten it, bend and straighten if you can and hold it where you can that's comfortable for you. Pull the other shoulder back, so just still pulling behind a little bit there. Enjoy that stretch. Lovely. Okay, place that down. Let's just bring ourselves back up to standing. So I'm going to come over onto hands and knees and then up to downward dog. Okay, so just curl those toes under, push that bottom in the air. Enjoy that stretch there. Push the heels down first before we come up and just stretch it into the backs of the legs. And the shoulders there. Okay, walk the feet to the hands there. How far can you come? Bring those feet in. Take a nice breath in here and roll yourself up slowly. Restack the spine, hold the core, chin to chest. Nice and tall, back to center there. Okay, so just take one arm across. Let's just do a stretch on the shoulder there. Let's just hold the fleshy part of the arm and just give a little push there into the shoulder. Well done, everybody. Good work this morning on this very warm morning. Good leg work. You'll be wobbling this afternoon, but you'll thank me when your bottoms are looking nice and toned. Okay, swap and do the other arm. Do think about your posture. Do think about pulling up the pelvic floor, holding the tummy in, keeping a nice straight back when you're standing talking to people. Okay, let's take that arm overhead and just do a little stretch there, down the back there, holding the elbow. And switch and do the other side. Just relax into the stretches if there's any discomfort at all. Okay, release that down. Just roll those shoulders for the last time. Rolling back, just nice gentle rolls there. Bring the shoulders up to the ears and bring them down again. And then go back the other way. Okay, and then a last stretch over to the side. Just open your legs a bit, have a nice stretch over there. And go to the other side. And then we just do a curtsy squat, because this is quite nice, isn't it? So just take one foot behind and come down. I remember feeling that lovely in the hips last time, so just come down with a nice squat there. Just a gentle pulse even, why not indeed? Just a nice stretch across the glute. Okay, uncross, let's go the other way. Do the other leg, that's it. Lovely stretchy one down. Well done, everybody. And then just come up to standing. I'm just feeling a bit of tension there in my thighs, so I wouldn't mind just doing, oh, I know, dancer pose. Hold on to your chair, take your leg back and push yourself up. So you're going to really deep squat in the quad if you can. The yoga pose. They do it without a chair though. Oh, I've forgotten this one. It's lovely. Into the thigh there. Can you feel it? Pull that foot towards your bottom. Okay, release that down. Let's do the other leg and do the same. So lean forward, push the leg away, push it into the hand even. Such a nice stretch. Okay, come up to standing. Let's finish our class with our 3 deep breaths in. Well done, everybody. Just give everything a little shake and a wobble there. Loosen it all down. Just open the legs to hip width apart. Let's just cross our arms. Take a big breath in as we go down. Open them and out as we come up. And then in as we go down and out. And again, so in and out. Hold it there.